I'm here. I'm here. Give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. Oh my god, here I am. I'm sorry. Today's been, running around with your head not fully attached kind of day. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Oh my goodness. Tis been a day and I technically didn't do anything. I ended up taking the day off from apothecary work because I woke up feeling just awful. I slept, I think, like an actual cat, all twisted up like a pretzel. My neck was so bad for like 3-4 hours when I woke up this morning. So I'm like, no, there's no way I'm going anywhere with a neck like this and trying to work for like 7 hours. No. And then I was like, and then I think it ended up being a good idea anyway, because clearly I was just mentally and or physically exhausted. I didn't sleep more, but I literally had this moment going, oh, I should have breakfast. And I looked at the clock and it was 3 p.m. Like, I just woke up and dissociated for like 6 hours. I'm like, okay, clearly... Yeah, clearly this was not my day. Don't worry, I've eaten and I also have pasta. If you've never dissociated before, that is actually not that weird. It's like, you know, an out-of-body experience. You just don't experience hunger. And it's like, I was doing things, I was playing games, I just, like, had no sense of time. And not in, like, the good, oh, time flies when you're having fun, just, I don't know, my brain just completely gapped out. Today was an odd day, feeling fuzzy and pressurized. Oh, I hear you. I definitely feel pressure in my sinuses. This is, because there are some types of trees that start their pollen season early March. And the weather has been unseasonably warm, so I think the trees are gearing up. Because it's not fully mid-February, but I mean, it's basically mid-February. Hi, Pepperoncino. You had me literally all day today. And I want attention. Silly cat. Oh my god. Okay. let's see here. Just gotta plug some things in and then we can get started. Yeah, I went outside. What was it? Yesterday? I tend to avoid going outside unless I have to go to work. Just because I'm an introvert, and also especially this time of year, because people don't mask as much as they used to anymore. And I forgot to buy more, so I was like, whatever, okay. One day will be fine, and then the next day, I feel like shit. I hate my immune system. I'm not, like, immunocompromised in the way that you would medically define it, but I do think I have a weak constitution, because I get, like, 4 to 6 colds a year, and I've been like that since I was like a baby, apparently. Yet somehow I've never gotten COVID. Or nothing, if I did, I was asymptomatic, so that's the whole reason I say I don't think I got it is because no one else in my family has either. It's very interesting. I had COVID once, it was rough, yeah, and that's why I was like, if I did have it, I had to have been asymptomatic, because, like, I've had, like, a couple bad colds, but, like, nothing compared to what people said COVID was like. And it was all, like, you know, nothing with my breathing, it was just like, you know, a head cold kind of thing. Usually I'll get sick 1 to 2 times a year. I'm jelly! Sinus size, migraine center. Ah, yes. I understand. I've started getting more migraines recently, because, and I found this out, if there's too much tension in your jaw and neck, and I grind my teeth at night, those can trigger migraines, apparently. Which makes sense because of all the muscles being connected to the face. So it's like, oh great! Well, yeah, it's just like, just randomly I'm gonna have migraines. Or like, even if not full-on migraines, really bad headaches, just because, you know, I had too much tension in my neck that day. Which is why I try very hard to stretch and have proper posture and all that stuff. I really should get some monitor risers that are a little, like, higher, because, like, I think they're just a tiny bit too low, because I find myself, like, tilting my head down a little. Alright, and where is audio? Audio! There it is. Boop! Beautiful. Alright. If anyone happened to not be here when we first played this is... It's just a visual novel. Super easy if your monitors have support in the back. I think so. They came with, like, their own stand, so I would just have to get, like, you know, the monitor arms, but yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like, we'll have to see. I have to look at the options, because, yeah, if I'm at some point going to go towards having 3 monitors and have a smaller side one, then, like, I need to take that into account too, but let's see here. there we go. So I played like a tiny bit on my own last time, but nothing crazy. So let's... I know for sure this one we did on stream, so we'll start here. Like I said, I only play like an extra day, basically.
どうして後ついてくるの?
Because you're cute! So yeah, this is... For those who don't know the premise of this game, it's like supposed to be like a normal high school romance thing, but there is like some kind of supernatural element that gradually pops up. We've already seen it a little bit where there was like this weird monologue about being in the ocean and seeing pictures of like the real sea and stuff. So we shall see. Guy Mean to Cute Girls, the video game? Yeah. You know how in most dating sims, people or like harem anime people are like, why do all the girls like this guy? He's so boring. In this one, it's why do we? It's like, why do all the girls like this guy? He's an asshole. But I see we are in Respect Women route. We're gonna do our goddamn best. Because if we feel he has been too much, we're just gonna start drawing lots, and winner gets waifu, basically. Because dear God, I will not let this stand. Literally, I'm that friend who, even though, like, literally, I'm tiny and I've got terrified presence of you know that, like, Kirby meme that's, like, the Kirby with the knife, and it's, like, vaguely intimidating, but also kind of really silly? That's me IRL. And when friends are being hit on by dudes, I still get involved, even though, you know, I have the presence of, like, a terrier. Literally, I had one dude try to, like, talk over my head, even though I was literally standing in between him and, my friend. And so I literally stuck my arms above my head to block his view. I'm like, bitch, take a hint! It's so funny how, like, literally you have inserted yourself between the people and these dudes still keep trying. Like, come on. It's like, you can't be that dumb. You're overthinking it, he says.
Ah, Nanase-san! Kairi?
Kairi? One of her groupies from class calls over to her from the end of the hall.
もう少し用がある。
Still got stuff to do, she says. Please save me, her eyes beg.
残念。今度家教えてね。
機会があればね。
Sure. Keeping up the cute girl act like always, huh?
それじゃまるで私が男みたいじゃない。
No, just like you're a tsundere. That's basically what you are. Your personality is definitely violent enough. Ooh.
あんたにだけよ。
Do you really want to be popular that much?
あんたには永遠わからないわよ。この女心は。
You'll never understand what it means to be a woman? Sounds like a perfect setup for some body swapping hijinks. It just looks like you're forcing yourself to do things you don't want to do.
で、どこまでついてくる気よ。
I'm not following you. We are just coincidentally walking in the same hallway.
私は今から茶道部の見学に行くの。だから暇人の相手してられるのもここまでなの。
Ah, yes. You think they'll let you through the door? The tea ceremony club? You really think they're gonna let riffraff like you in there? Jesus. I mean, she doesn't really seem like someone who would fit in with the tea ceremony club, but come on. I can see it now, you with one hand on your hip like this, shouting something like, "This is what I think of your dainty tea time," before swallowing the entire contents of the cup in one gulp. What is this, Thor? I'll tell you what, how about you join the milk club? I feel like that would suit you better. The landmine! It feels like I've been struck by lightning. Did he get punched? If you ever try to talk to me again, they'll never find your body. Got it? Come on, I'm just trying to help you embrace your natural strength and talents. Now to say, her face flushed with anger, swings the door to the tea ceremony room open as hard as she can. Damn. She snaps at me before slamming the door just as hard behind her. And then we just hang out waiting to see what happens. A few minutes later, the door reopens despondently. They wouldn't let me join. She looks like she's on the verge of tears. Considering that atrocious entrance of yours, I'm not really that surprised. Maybe you shouldn't go around shouting, "I hope you die, you stupid jerk." Well, he's right about that, at least. She goes down the stairs without saying a single word before stopping in front of the Fine Arts Club. Gonna try the Fine Arts Club this time? I guess anything goes at this point, right?
違うわよ。初めから美術にも興味あったの？
No, I've had an interest in art since I was young. Most people do. This won't end any differently, you know. I mean, knowing you, you'd end up shouting something like, "This is what I think of your dainty arts and crafts time," before dumping paint on the model and punching a hole through your canvas. Bold of you to assume they would have models in a high school like club. Just I had an image of you making all kinds of prints, one flopping fish after another. This time she throws open the door.
100遍死んでウジ虫にでも生まれ変わってこれダメで過ごしてる。
I mean, if he was reborn as a maggot, he would turn into a fly and then die in like what, 3 days? She snaps at me before slamming the door behind her. A few minutes later, the door reopens.
断られた。
They wouldn't let me join. She comes back out once again on the verge of tears. I saw that coming a mile away. With her shoulders slumped dejectedly, she silently trudges down the hall. Seeing her like that makes me feel kind of bad for her. Say something nice, Kohei. Say something nice. Cheer up, Nanase. I pat her on the head.
あんたに言われたら泣けてくるわ。
If you say one more word to me, I'm going to cry. You've got a lot of strong points, Nanase. I know better than anyone.
何言ってんの？
What are you talking about? For example, you're cute. For example,
何よ。
there's no way I can say what I'm thinking when she's glaring at me like that. Come on, you coward! You got the balls to flip someone's skirt up, you've got the balls to say they're cute. You literally tied her hair to your desk, like... Spit it out, she's cute! For example, you're... There's no way I can finish that thought out loud knowing how she is. But I guess I need to say something that'll cheer her up. There goes nothing, I guess. You're a real... cootie. Even when he has the best intentions to be nice, he fails. Bro. Bro! My god. My god. Crap. I'm a what? Did you just seriously...
誰が？私が？
Did you just seriously just call me what I think you did? Well, that had the opposite effect. Although it's kind of my fault for stumbling and saying the wrong word. And now he's just doubling down. Look, everyone knows that it's true. You just need to have more confidence in yourself. Oh god, none of the speech I'd mentally prepared makes sense after I called her the wrong thing. This never occurred, you know. It sounds like I'm telling her that everyone she knows thinks she has cooties, and that she should be proud of her cootie-filled existence. I feel like in Japanese, because in Japanese it's kawaii, but kawaii would be scary. So I think he just said she's scary. What is it? There's no way he didn't know this was coming. Silence. My ears are ringing, and my spit has dried up. All I can do is wait for the ringing in my ears to stop. By the time I'm mentally back to normal, Nanase is almost out of sight. Even if I go after her, I strongly doubt any kind of reconciliation will be possible today. Then there's that incident from yesterday to consider. No matter how you look at it, I doubt Nanase sees me as even a fairly friendly fellow right now. And whose fault is that? You messed with her hair how many times? You even cut her hair! As we learned in Persona 5, that counts as assault. Not like that's what I want her to see me as anyway. It's late enough that the main entrance is deserted. The only sound I can hear is the distant shouts of the sports jocks, sweating up a storm. I guess I'll head out. I change back into my outside shoes, walk straight through the front doors, then head through the empty courtyard on my way home. I spend the evening eating dinner alone before lounging in bed and watching TV like usual. My sleepiness reaches peak levels around midnight, at which point I turn off the TV and the lights while still wrapped up in my blankets. I respect women's too. Good! We are the Respect Women Club. I see push-ups and planks. Alright. Give me a minute. The Moonbeam motto, yes. Then I get back into bed, close my eyes, and drift into a peaceful sleep. Oh yes, this thing. Alright, I'll leave you guys on this screen while I do the push-ups and the planks. And then I will see if I can actually read this properly with, like, the Japanese pronunciation. Alright, push-up then planks. There we go. Alright, I've seen an ocean that seemed to stretch out forever. Doko made mo tsuzuku umi wo mita koto ga aru. My pronunciation is still garbagey. It's hard to say like a whole sentence when you're reading it at the same time. Dokomade demo tsuzuku umi wo mita koto ga aru. That's a little better. I wonder why the image of the ocean stuck with me the way it did. Doshite are wa anna ni mo kokoro ni sawarete kurena no daro? It doesn't help that I don't know all of the kanji 100%. But it's good practice. Because it's fairly simple Japanese they're using. Sono... I imagine what it would be like if I dived into the middle of that endless ocean. Soro mate da? Naka ni... I vaguely remember this one, but I can't remember the reading. Da sarareta jibun wo shiso shite miru. Nothing to grab hold of, no matter how far I reach. Te wo no baso tomo. Don't know that one. Meremo no wa nai. I need to practice saying stuff out loud more. I read Japanese a lot more than I say it, so trying to strain it together in a sentence is a little... Nothing to touch, no matter how hard I swim. Agaro tomo. Fureru mono monai. Nothing but water around me, no matter what I do. Shiki wo no ba shitemo nani mo todokonai. Todokunai. It's not Todoku. I mispronounced it. Sweet Hayden shikanai sekai. All that exists in this horizon. All that exists is the horizon in the distance. It really is like being in a different world. So, soko wa tashikani mo hitotsu no sekai data. See, that one's easy enough. And in this world, there's nowhere else to go. And time stands still. Soshite sono sekai ni wa mukou e aru basho mo naku. I I vaguely know this one, can't remember how it's read in a sentence. Jikan mo nai. But there's no sense of hopelessness. Demo, sore wa zetsubo de wa nai kata. In that first moment, I understood the meaning of the word eternity. Are koso ga eien wo shita saisho no something kan data. That moment when I was thrown into the middle of that ocean, I knew what eternity felt like. Dayumi again? Dayumi again. I guess. It's large, ocean, and origin. Is this like the primordial sea? Vaguely know, don't know. Dasarere ta toki boku wa eien wo kanjiru. So my thoughts immediately turned to the distant horizon I could see from the small beach. Dakara boku wa chisana hama? I think it's hama. Hama kara mieru toku suihei sen ni amo wo vaguely know that one. Tamona ba data. So this is, I guess, the horizon. Ocean, middle, and bend. Hate printers, it took 15 minutes to print something? Oh god, yeah. I don't have a printer at home anymore. I technically still have it. I don't think it would actually work with current operating systems though, because it's like 10 years old. Enai? Kyosha? Ensha? So it's a kanji for void and nothing? I just don't know which readings I'm gonna use for this. If it happens again, I wouldn't have her printed too. Oh my god, yeah. And just use work printers? Yeah, for sure. Trapped in my thoughts, left floating in the ocean for an eternity, my existence is meaningless. Ishi wo toji tozashite eien ni dayumi gen ni uwakau bu boku wa blah 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 atenai demo soko e itsushika boku wa tabidata itanosa. And yet I know that someday I will find myself there. Alright, 4 out of 10 for that reading exercise. It's really hard to read something when you're trying to remember the pronunciation at the same time, so you can't get like a natural flow to it. I need to do more shadowing. That's when like you repeat what people on a TV show or like a video are saying. It's morning. I'm awoken by some kind of noise, and I open my eyes just enough to look at my clock. The fluorescent face of my bedside clock floats out of the darkness like a ghost. I squint my half-open eyes as I try to bring the blurry time into focus. 6:30? That can't be right. I check the time once more. It really is 6:30 a.m. I'm somehow awake an hour earlier than usual. Take me back to bed. I have no idea what woke me up so early in the morning. I pull the covers back over my head and close my eyes as I try to catch up on my precious sleep. It's not gonna happen. When you get woken up early and you don't know why, there's no way you could fall back asleep. Oh, I can't sleep. I'm definitely tired, but something's stopping me from peacefully falling back to sleep. I hear a low rumble from outside my window. It's the sound of rain. Once I notice it, it becomes impossible for me to unnotice it. I quietly crawl out from underneath my blankets and pull back the curtain. Whoosh. Just as I thought, it's pouring. The sky is covered with thick black clouds that completely shut out any hint of light. Raindrops fly in through my open window. Why'd you open the window? And I see a flash of light from off in the distance, followed immediately by an echoing roar of thunder. As if spurred on by the thunderclap, the rain suddenly becomes even more intense. What terrible weather. I muttered to myself before closing my curtains once more with a sigh. With the shades drawn, my room returns to its former gloominess. Except now, I'm no longer even a little bit sleepy. My exhaustion has been replaced by an intense hunger. I might as well just get up at this point. I give up trying to go back to sleep as I quickly gather the stuff I'll need for the day ahead. Then, my bag in hand, I leave my room. I'm in the living room on the first floor. I grope for the light switch before turning it on. The unoccupied room is illuminated. Of course, it's early enough that Yukiko is probably still asleep. Well, it makes sense considering she's been so busy with work lately. I quietly tiptoe to the kitchen, trying not to wake her up. Hello, thank you for the head pat. I'm on a quest to procure some breakfast. Are you gonna eat a whole loaf of bread? This is a nice kitchen. I rummage through the cupboards and find 4 bags of pastries. Great! This is quite the harvest. No, you can't just eat bags of, like, cinnamon rolls. I open the fridge and take out an already opened carton of juice. I immediately pop the cap off, intending to quench my thirst. Do not drink out of the carton. I will pretend he put it in a cup. After filling my stomach with half the carton and 2 types of pastries, I stuff the rest in my bag. Now I won't have to spend any money on lunch today. With that in mind, I slowly get myself cleaned up before heading out. In the end, I never saw Yukiko even once. Wow, that's my style breakfast? I mean, I can't lecture that much because my standard breakfast is coffee, 2 waffles, and a bowl of cereal. But you know, at least I try most of the time to diversify it if I can. Why did you leave without me? Is probably what she's going to say. I walk along with my umbrella while imagining Nagamori's pouting face. I mean, it's not like we ever made a blood pact to walk to school together every day. I look up at the sky as I give myself half-baked excuses. It's raining all over Japan, except in Hokkaido, where it's probably snowing. I walk through the asphalt-covered residential neighborhood, thinking back to this morning's forecast. Snow. I guess it's that time of year, huh? No wonder it's freezing. Feeling uncharacteristically emotional, I jump over the gigantic puddle that suddenly appears in front of me. Water drips from my umbrella, soaking my uniform. The weather reporter said there was a 90% chance that this would continue into the night. I'm simply parroting back what I heard, but the menacing clouds that blanket the sky in black leave no room for doubt. I'm looking out at the familiar streets from under the edge of my umbrella when I suddenly see something that stops me in my tracks. A girl? Maybe not. There's a small open space in the gap between houses. That takes me back. I guess it's still here. I say absently without giving it much thought. The empty lot is surrounded by tall weeds, making it impossible to see into it despite being right by the side of the road. In other words, the perfect place for a child's secret hideout. I used to use it for that exact purpose when I was a kid, playing in the overgrown grass after school until the sun went down. That's how you get ticks. The weeds that once towered above my head are now far below eye level. I'd always assumed this place would be gone by now. Several other vacant lots in the area had long since been developed into new houses. Out of half nostalgia and half curiosity, I take a step onto the lot. The muddy ground, completely saturated with rainwater, sinks slightly under my body weight. Just like I remember. Simply standing here fills me with loneliness. As I do, I notice a girl, seemingly all alone. She's wearing a familiar uniform. She must go to my school. I watch her silently as she stands in this nothing space in the middle of nowhere. She looks oddly picturesque, just standing there. She then slowly turns to face me, like she felt me watching her. Cute! I love braids. I recognize her. This girl is Akane Satomura. She's in my class. We're not close friends or anything, though. Come to think of it, we've never talked even once. We share a silent conversation, or what most people would just call making eye contact. No, that's a lie. It's pretty impolite to run into a classmate by the roadside and not say hello. Hey, what are you doing here?
誰?
Who are you? Not exactly the warm response I was expecting. I mean, you just said you guys have never spoken. It's not that weird she doesn't recognize your name. You should at least know the names of your classmates.
クラスメート.
We're classmates? She responds in a calm, or rather, completely emotionless tone of voice. Yeah, I'm Orihara.
それで?
And? That's another strike for me. I just figured since we randomly bumped into each other, I should at least say hello.
それで?
And? Oh, talk about a woman of few words. I mean, nothing. That's it.
私に用があるの?
Do you need me for something? Not really. I say while shaking my head.
私も
Same,
ないです.
she says without shaking her head. Well, this is awkward. The pouring rain shows no signs of dying down, creating an impenetrable curtain between us. But seriously, what are you doing here?
用があるの?
Do you need something? No, not really, no.
私も
Same.
全然ないです.
Like I said earlier, speaking of guys who don't know how to take a hint. Well, we seem to be at an impasse. If neither of us needs the other for anything, then I guess I'll be going.
待って.
Hello? She calls out to me just as I'm turning to leave. Her voice is just as emotionless as ever. What? She looks me right in the face. Her eyes speak of loneliness and sadness. It's as if she's clinging to something.
ごめんなさい。
Oh,
や
sorry.
っぱりいいです。
Sorry. Never mind. Then she looks away. Her gaze drifts from my face up into the sky. She falls silent. I'm gonna get sick standing around in the rain like that.
大丈夫です。
I'll be fine.
バカは風邪
I believe
ひ
the
かないらしいか
I believe the saying is that idiots can't catch colds. She quips, her expression static. Right. The sky is shrouded with pitch black clouds, the rain showing no signs of abating anytime soon. I head off towards school by myself, leaving Satomura behind in the empty lot. My heavy footsteps keep time with the sound of rain hitting my umbrella. I keep my umbrella open as I pass through the main gate.
どうして先に行っちゃったのよ
Uh-oh. Why did you leave without me? Nakamori catches up to me when I reach the school's front entrance. As she struggles to catch her breath, she snaps at me with the exact words I figured she'd say.
部屋の外から呼んでも全然返事しないし私てっきり不摂生がたたって倒れたんじゃないかって
I shouted up to your window from outside your house, but when there was no answer, I thought you'd collapse from neglect or something. Didn't you notice my shoes weren't by the door?
なかったけどでもまさか公平が早起きするなんて考えられないから
I mean, yeah, but it never once occurred to me that you might have gotten up early. Still, if my shoes aren't there, then neither am I.
もしかしたら靴履いたまま寝ちゃったんじゃないかって
I don't know, I thought maybe you fell asleep wearing them. Why would I do that? You seriously thought that it was that much more likely that I just wore my outside shoes to bed than that I woke up early?
そうは思ってないけど
I didn't think of that exact scenario, but... Ugh, it doesn't matter. We're wasting time. I quickly end the conversation and change into my school shoes. Let's ask about Satomura. Hey, Nagamori? Suddenly remembering something, I address Nagamori again, who's opening her locker next to me.
何
What? What's Satomura like? I ask her about the girl I ran into this morning. At the end of the day, Nakamura is a girl, so she'd naturally know more about the girls' side of stuff.
同じクラスの里村さん
You mean the Satomura in our class? Yeah, that one.
可愛い子だよね
She's pretty cute. I mean, yes, we have eyes. I didn't mean like that. What I want to know is...
おはよ
Oh, morning! She abruptly cuts me off, greeting someone behind me. And it's the girl of the hour.
うおはようございます
Yep. Good morning. She responds to Nakamori's voice with a light nod.
ねえ本人に聞いてみたら聞きたいことあるんでしょ
Why not ask her yourself? You had a question for her, right? She whispers in my ear. I wanted to ask you because she probably wouldn't answer herself, Nagamori. I sigh inwardly before turning to Satomura. Yo, we meet again.
はい
Yup. So, what were you doing there anyway? A girl standing by herself in an empty lot in the pouring rain. I think it's a valid question. Were you doing radio calisthenics? Something else? In that case... Before I can finish, she silently walks past me. What's with the veil of secrecy? Can't you tell me? She suddenly stops and slowly turns back around to face me.
ラジオ体操です。
I was doing radio calisthenics. With that, she once again turns around and walks off down the hall. She's like, whatever it takes to get you off my back. I watch her go until she completely vanishes into the sea of other students. See, Nagamori? As soon as she's gone, I pick up our conversation from where it got cut off.
何？
See what? Why I didn't want to ask her?
無口な人だよね。
She's not very talkative, huh? Is that it? That's seriously the only remark after watching that awkward interaction between us? Oh, I mean... It is what it is.
そろそろ私たちも教室に向かわないと遅刻するよ。
We should get going to class too if we don't want to be late. Right. It'd be pretty stupid if I ended up being late after waking up so early in the morning. It could happen. It could happen. Right as I think that, the bell starts ringing.
走らないと。
Oh gosh, we gotta run for it. Yup. I follow Nagamori, who's already taken off in the direction of our homeroom. But I suddenly look back over my shoulder. I can still see the rain pouring down outside through the school's main doors, which are wide open. Standing amid the raindrops is a girl. She seems to be on the verge of tears. At least, that's how she looks to me. What is this emotion I'm feeling? Not sure.
本当に遅刻になるよ。
We're really going to be late! Right, I know. I started running and quickly overtake Nagamori despite her head start. We just ignoring the girl that's out there in the rain? Like... And thanks to my speed, I'm able to get to homeroom ahead of our teacher. I exchange greetings with my classmates as I make my way to my seat. Beauty comes in just as I sit down, and thus another school day begins. The morning classes are especially boring, to the point where I'm drowning in a sea of yawns. I glance to my side. There she is, on practically the opposite side of the room from me. Alright, so we know where Akane sits. Sitting in a spot that until today existed outside of my little world. My classmate. Satomura has her notebook open and is matter-of-factly copying down what's written on the board. As I watch her silently, she suddenly puts down her pencil like she noticed the weight of my attention, and turns to look at me. Our eyes meet. Need something? Is what her disapproving gaze seems to say. Nope, nothing in particular. Great. These guys are having psychic conversations together. She returns her attention to her notebook. What is it? She turns back again, my attention still focused on her. Nothing, really? Okay. Her gaze drops once more to her notebook. I force myself to look somewhere else. It's like we're having a conversation of sorts. This time I turn in the opposite direction. I could see people passing by on the street through the raindrops sticking to the window pane. It's like a parade of colorful umbrellas. It'd be great if the rain would stop before school lets out. I spend the rest of my morning classes lost in thought. Damn, no note-taking? Rest in peace exams. Fourth period ends. And lunch begins. Everyone goes off to do their own thing. Some students go to the cafeteria. Others race from the room to buy pastries. And then there's the group of guys who immediately form a circle around a certain desk. Those guys who are ready for a hot pot session at my desk. Who said that? She purposely responds to my criticism. Perhaps she's more conscientious than I thought. To be fair, every single person has their own routines that they follow. Except for me, that is. My routine changes from day to day. The only person who knows my lunchtime schedule is Nakamori. And I'm sure even she would never be able to predict today's bizarre turn of events. I take out the lunch I packed this morning, 2 pastries, from my bag before searching out a very specific classmate. Hey, Minami!
Nanda?
What? He turns at the sound of his name. I hate to bug you, but can I borrow your desk?
Nanda, Orihara. Mata myona koto ni tsukaun janai da.
Why? You better not use it for something weird again. What, pray tell, do you mean by that?
この間、机を何段積み上げられるかに挑戦してただろ。
Oh my gosh. Last time you were trying to see how many desks you could stack. It ended pretty badly, so I decided I'd never do that again.
さあ、どうだか?
Then what do you need it for? He still seems doubtful due to my colorful criminal past. He's looking at me suspiciously. I was just hoping I could eat my lunch here.
普通にか?
In a normal way? How else does one eat food aside from a normal way?
お前なら何か新しい取り方を編み出すかもしれない。
Knowing you, I'm sure you could come up with some bizarre method of eating. You think I have time for that?
どうだか?
I wouldn't put it past you. It seems we're unable to come to an agreement despite my suspended sentence.
おい、何やってんだよ、南。早く学食行くぞ。
Hey, what are you doing, Minami? We're going down to the cafeteria.
そうだったな。
I know. I'll be right there. Wait, we haven't closed our deal yet.
わかったわかった。貸してやる。
Fine, whatever. You can borrow my desk. Great, thanks. I promise I'll make it up to you in a way that'll blow your socks off.
いらん。
I like my socks on my feet! He grumbles before hurrying off. Damn, no one likes this guy! We've come to an agreement, despite some difficulty. And now I've secured my spot. I sit down at Minami's desk and turn around. Yo! Fancy meeting you here. I mean, this is how you start getting to know someone, but he's coming across as a stalker. After staring at her all morning, my eyes meet those of the girl sitting behind me, Satomura. Of course, there was no chance involved in our meeting. I'd planned this from the start. Invite her to eat. Since I'm here, how about we eat together? Well? Without saying a word, she closes the lid of her lunchbox with a loud bang before wrapping it back up with her handkerchief. Oh. What? Wait! You haven't even taken one bite! I'm full. Come on, it's not good to leave leftovers. The gods and goddesses dwell in each grain of rice, waiting to punish those who treat them poorly. I brought a sandwich today. At least half the deities are probably in those 2 slices of bread, right? Nope. She turns away from me before heading out into the hallway, leaving behind her lunchbox covered in a girly pink handkerchief. Feeling somewhat perturbed, I nibble on a red bean bun while half turned around in an awkward position. I eat my lunch while looking at her empty desk. Eating bread without something to drink is rough. I managed to eat the whole thing despite choking a few times. Dude! I don't think bread's supposed to be that hard to eat. What are you doing? Nakamori asks as she walks by. Isn't it obvious? I'm eating lunch. Yeah, of course. She looks at me puzzled. Satomoto doesn't end up returning until the bell signaling the start of 5th period. Do you think she hates me?
いや、俺に言われても。
How the heck should I know? I end up asking Minami once he gets back for the cafeteria.
そんなことよりも早くどいてくれ。
All I care about is you getting out of my seat. Fine, fine. As soon as I get back up, Satomoto returns, followed by our 5th period teacher. Well. I like that his pen is like a little demon. Fully matches his personality. Afternoon classes drag on. I spend my time gazing out the window at the rainy city streets. It seems the forecast this morning was unfortunately spot on. As soon as the bell rings, marking the end of 6th period, everyone jumps from their seats. Invite somebody to walk home. Hey, Sumi! I call Sumi's name just as he slings his bag over his shoulder.
なんだ?
Cute! Look at that face. I want to say the picture of innocence, but he's probably just as bad as Kohei. Want to grab a bite to eat on the way home?
悪いな。俺にはこれからやらなければならない重大な使命があるんだ。
Sorry, but I've got a life or death mission that I need to get done.
これからその準備があるから、お前と一緒に帰ることはできそうもない。
I have to get ready for it, so I won't be able to walk home with you. Don't tell me this is another one of your harebrained schemes. I was right.
今はまだ教えられないが、そうだな。このクラス一つを巻き込んだ壮大なプロジェクトがついに動き出したとだけ言っておこう。
Bro. I can't really talk about it yet, but I will say that I'm finally getting the ball rolling on a project of epic proportions that involves this very class. Oh, delightful. He strikes what he thinks is a cool pose while giving me a suggestive grin. Ah, yes, just as bad. I'm not sure anything related to our class could be described as epic, but I keep my mouth shut. So, when exactly do you plan on revealing this supposedly epic project? Like, this year? This week? This month? What's the project plan like?
そうだな。できるだけ早くに公表したいと思っている。
Good question. In theory, as soon as
おそら
possible.
く明日の午前中だな。
Which will hopefully be tomorrow morning. Oh boy. Oh boy. I can't wait. He's pretty open about his apparent secret plan. Well, I mean, if he's gonna execute it tomorrow morning, it's not gonna be a secret for very long, is it?
そういうことで、まあ楽しみにしててくれ。
So on that note, you'll just have to wait. He tosses a Sia over his shoulder as he leaves the room. From behind, he looks like a third-rate villain plotting some ill-conceived scheme. Ugh, might as well head home. I leave school by myself. What a sad sap. I walk home, watching the rainy city streets pass me by. The rain ultimately doesn't let up until the end of the day. I turn on the TV while hanging my rain-soaked uniform to dry by the heater. I spend the rest of the evening idly flipping through the channels, and when I look up, it's already around 1 in the morning. I hang my now bone-dry uniform up before getting into bed. I effortlessly drift off to sleep as soon as I close my eyes. Damn, that must be nice to fall asleep instantly. Oof. Ah! Light mode! This is like when you open a browser on someone else's computer and it's just blinding. It's the sound of my curtains being yanked back, followed by dazzling bright light piercing my eyelids. Oh god, make it go away! Ugh. Come on, time to wake up! Just give me 3 more days. You'd waste away into nothing but skin and bones if you slept for 3 days straight. Not if you give me an IV! Another morning, same as always. She really is like my mother. Come on already! She rips the sheets off me just like always. We did sleep with clothes on, did we? Today, though, she quickly throws them back. Yes! You're naked! I'm what? I sit up in bed and peek under the sheets. I really am naked. What the hell? Well, what? Why'd you take my clothes? I did it! Don't blame this on me! Then why am I naked? How should I know? You were already like this when I took the blanket off. You don't have to pretend you don't know what's going on. Instead of using this time to joke around, you should get ready to go. She hands me my uniform and my bag. I guess I should have seen this coming. I went a step too far when I took advantage of the situation by falsely accusing her and gave myself away in the process. Oh, so he did try and prank her. I just wanted you to see me in my birthday suit. I could have easily gone my entire life without it. Boys never getting laid. Yeah, but I'm so much manlier now compared to when we were still taking baths together as kids. We never took baths together. Come on, I'm sure we did at least once. If you don't hurry it up, we're gonna be late. Okay, good point. Yo, we have progressed to sexual harassment now. But seriously, we never actually took a bath together at any point in our lives, right? I said we did. We didn't! I don't remember ever seeing you naked. I can't believe you forgot all the time we spent playing together in the tub. I'm a curious cat as well. Jesus Christ! Yes, we have moved on to sexual harassment. I remember how you couldn't get into the tub without your toys. You said it's because you get bored. No way! I've never once in my life gone into the tub with a toy. Yeah? I could have sworn differently. She always has that thing with her. What was it again? Maybe he's thinking of his sister. He did have a sister. If I'm remembering correctly, but like she died like his parents. Kohei, you're gonna get hurt if you lose yourself in thought while running. You mean because I keep running into things? Huh? Whoa! Something slams into me. But I'm ready this time! Before she can knock me over, I elbow her in the solar plexus, Yep. Sexual harassment? Just outright assault? She won't be getting up anytime soon. Let's make like a tree and leave. Yeah. She growls at me while sprawled out on the ground. Oh, hey Nanase. Don't hey Nanase me, especially after ramming straight into me and then elbowing me in the stomach. I thought I pulled it off pretty good actually. You don't elbow drop a girl, at least not in a rain with proper consent. Oh, look. I love that the game gives you like little helps to go, this is the flag if you watch so-and-so. We don't have this girl yet though. I think this is Mayu? I'm trying to remember the names of the girls. Assist. Come on, help her out. Give me a hand, Nagamori. With the what? Jesus Christ! Never mind. Seems like she's fine. Nanase cheerfully stands up in front of me before walloping me. Are you okay, Nanase? Can you please give him some lessons on manners? I think if Kohei could be fixed, she would have done it by now. He's beyond retraining. We'll just have to put him down. Yep. Who the hell do you think you are? Ah, we gotta go! The time! She grabs Nakamori's arm, looking at her wristwatch and cries out, seemingly in despair. Hurry up! Just gonna leave her behind, huh? Wait, what about Nanase? God damn, Kohei. I think you, like, actually injured her. I turn to find Nanase holding her stomach as she drops to her knees. She must be in too much pain to run. Crap, she's only going to slow us down. We won't make it if we wait for her. Whose fault do you think that is? I guess our other option is to figure out how we can bring you along with us. Give her a piggyback ride. No way! In that case, I think we're stuck taking the back way. The what way? Oh, right, that would work. Let's go. We turn right before the path we usually take that leads us straight to school, head through the park, and start climbing a steep set of stairs. How is this supposed to be easier? Oh god, more stairs? I don't want to hear it. You're the reason we're going this way to begin with. This is your fault. We climb the stairs in the middle of the park before passing through a small field-like clearing. On the other side is a dense forest. Whoa, wait, we're going in there? My clothes are gonna get ripped. I already told you to stop complaining. If it happens, then you clearly deserve it. What the fuck? And I told you, this is your fault. I shoved the loudly complaining Nanase forward as we enter the thicket. It's been a while since I've gone this way, but it's actually not that bad. Gross! You're right, it's nice and quiet, and even Nanase seems to be having a great time. I'm screaming out of fear, not joy! The three of us hurry down the gentle slope, gradually picking up the pace. Eventually, the sunburned walls of our school appear through the gaps in the trees. Whoa, we're almost there! I'm getting there first! With our goal in sight, Nanase sprints ahead. Is she gonna run straight into her fence? Wait! Wait up! Nana! Nanase slams face first into the chain link fence. How do you pull that off? How do you not see the fence? Nanase, are you okay? She looks back at us on the verge of tears, a red mesh pattern imprinted on her face. What? Why did you warn me a little sooner? I just figured it'd save us all time if you busted through the fence. But I guess you couldn't do it, huh? How did you think that was even possible? Say something next time. I mean, he tried. I don't think he can run and talk. You almost made it through. The fence is now clearly bent into an imprint of Nanase's face. I'm sure she could have broken through with 2 or 3 more solid blows. Uh-oh. Oh, the bell! Hurry up, go, go, go! We quickly scale the fence before practically flying in the direction of the school. Okay, Nanase, see you later. We're in the same class, you numbskull. Come on, go, 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 go! We race towards our classroom. Looks like we made it into time somehow. The room is still full of the pre-class commotion of students chatting animatedly. I think it's fair to say we made it on time because the three of us worked together like a machine. The only thing you managed to do perfectly was elbow me in the stomach! Since the girl who tried to run face first through her fence had failed. That's not working together well at all, machine-like or otherwise. Come on. Teacher's coming. Let's just sit down for now. The three of us head off to our separate seats.
Oi.
I'm on the verge of nodding off when I hear someone trying to get my attention. It's Sumi, who sits next to me. This has been making the rounds. Take a look. And what exactly? Hands me a sheet of paper. We will be conducting a popularity poll for the girls in our class. This is a secret ballot for boys only. The deadline to get your vote in is tomorrow. Goddamn high school. This kind of thing happens all the time. Usually Sumi and the other guys who sit by the window, including me I guess, come up with these ridiculous time wasters. Then actually carry them out. The reason why we pass notes like this through class is primarily to kill time. Also, the girls are less likely to catch on. Psst, here, pass it on. I hand the paper to Nanase. Whoops. Crap, I wasn't supposed to give it to a girl. How do you mess that up? She's reading it. I have a feeling she's gonna give me an earful once the break between classes start. Not a chance. Literally had one job. Literally one job. Come out with me to the hall. Hey! How'd you know what I was going to say? I can read your every move, Nanase. Whatever, just come on. Yes, we're really doing it, and the list will be longer than you can shake a stick at.
これって本当に実施されるの？順位とかつくの？
Are you seriously doing this? How long is this list exactly? Hey, stop answering my questions before I ask them! Nah. I told you, I can read your every move.
知らないでいればよかった。こんなこと。
I wish I stayed in the dark about this whole thing.
つまり
So, you're basically voting on which girl in class is closest to your ideal image of a woman or something? Well, she doesn't come out and say it. It's obvious she thinks it will constitute proof that the winner is a true maiden, quote unquote.
気になる。
Well, now I want to know. Same. You'll just have to wait till tomorrow.
あのさ、現時点での順位とかわかるかな？
I'm sure you have an idea of who's currently in the lead, right? I don't think we have that many votes yet.
いいから。
Come on, just tell me. Well, I could ask Sumi. Hang on.
ごめんね。
Thank you.
どうだった？
So, what do you say? Something that threw me for a loop.
え？
Huh? You're the sole contender. By a landslide.
本当に？
What? You're joking? Seriously? And by that I mean you got 2 votes.
やったー！
Yahoo!
ってどこが毒そっちやほ！
Wait, what's this sole contender crap, you idiot? I told you. We didn't get that many votes yet. So far there's only been 5.
そうなの。
Oh, yeah? But if you think about it percentage-wise, you're clearly in the lead.
そうね。
Yeah, I guess so. So if you want to keep your spot, you need to try and not ruin our opinion of you for the next 3 days. So, like, try not to fart in front of everyone or fall down the stairs.
こくか。
What do you mean, fart? Look, everyone does it. So you don't have to feel self-conscious.
お、本当に？
Wait, really? What's the wait really for? That you don't have to feel self-conscious about farting or that everyone farts? Yeah, it's completely normal. I'm not sure how to process this. Today I'll be calling on the students in this row. Our English teacher points to the row of desks by the window. In other words, ours.
当たる。
That's us. What are you so worried about?
知ってるでしょ？英語苦手なんだもん。
You know perfectly well why I'm terrible at English. Then just be honest and say, tee I have no clue or something.
そんな。やっぱりかっこよく答えたいもの。
Seriously, I don't want to sound like a total airhead. You didn't know it was normal for people to fart.
ねえ、折原。英語得意じゃなかった？
Orihara, you're good at English, right? I'm probably better than you at least.
じゃあ教えて。ほら、ここ。
Then look at this and give me the answer. Here. The party was concluded with 3 cheers. It looks like they want us to rewrite these sentences to be clearer. Well, it'd be easier with the thesaurus, but wait a minute. No! I forgot I let someone in another class borrow my thesaurus.
ほら、私より得意なんでしょ？
Come on, you said you're better than me, right? Yep, totally. Let's see, the word party means... an adventuring team. Oh! Look at Nanase's icon, that's so cute! A celebration? And concluded means... met its end. The party is coming to an end, but in what way? 3 cheers. What the heck is that? When I think about wrapping up a party, There might be some kind of celebratory shout, but it clearly says 3 here. 3... Oh, wait, I got it. I figured it out. Tell me. It means the party was brought to a close with a hip hip hooray. Wow, really? Thanks, Orihara. With that, she faces forward again. At least... I'm pretty sure I'm right. I've never been to a party where it ends with a hip hip hooray. And it's usually like, good night, everyone. Be confident. Have confidence! It has to be correct. Time for me to take care of my own sentence.
では、一節ずつ英文を発音してもらった後に訳していってもらおう。
Now then, each of you will recite your original sentence, followed by the rewritten one at a time. We begin starting from the front of the class and working our way back. The teacher nods silently each time, so I guess no one screwed up too badly. Then it's Nanase's turn.
The party was concluded with 3 cheers. 万歳三唱でそのパーティーは終わった。
I wait for the teacher's silent nod of approval before ending the drill with my own sentence.
大体はいいな。細かいところを言うとだな。
That was pretty good. Now let's go over the sentence again. You're welcome, Nanase. Proceeds to give an explanation for each line without criticizing any sentence in particular. Whew. Not to brag or anything, but I nailed it, even without the dictionary. See, Kohei, you do have some good points. Now stop being an asshole. Thanks for the help, Orihara. If you're actually grateful, then you can start calling me Superman, Orihara.
呼んであげてもいいけど、相当に格好悪いわよ。
Sure if you want, though that sounds pretty dorky. Sheesh. I guess so. So how about Killer Orihara?
それじゃ殺し屋じゃない。
Now you just sound like a psychopath. Good point.
ところでさ、
By the way... Yeah?
このクラスじゃどの子が人気あるんだろう。
Any idea who the most popular kid in our class is? Probably you at this point. You? Why? Were you planning on taking out a hint?
違うわよ。
Of course not! It's a pretty tough call. Especially since our class is so small. Not many choices.
あの子、水香とかは？
Hey, what about that friend of yours, Mizuka? There's no way you don't know her first name, buddy. Huh? Her popular? Seriously? I look at her like she's insane. The only person who'd probably vote for her is me, and only out of pity. God damn! Mizuka! You could do so much better than this piece of shit. You too, Nanase!
そうかな。結構集まるんじゃない？
Yeah? I figured she'd end up getting most of the votes. Is this some kind of girl power thing?
別に同性じゃなくても受けはいいと思うけど、あんた見慣れすぎてるんじゃないの？
It has nothing to do with the fact we're both girls. She just strikes me as being fairly well liked. Maybe you spent too much time with her? I don't know. To be fair, I'm at the point where I can't help but see her as one of the guys, which is probably why Nanase's opinion makes no sense to me. I'll take a look for myself. Hey, Nakamori! I barged past her circle. What?
何、浩平？
What is it, Kohei? I stare at her face for several seconds. She is adorable. Do not try and tell me she's not cute, Kohei. I will cut you down where you stand. You won't even know what happened. It'll be Fist of the North Star. 1 minute you're here, the next you're everywhere. I don't know. There certainly aren't any prominent flaws in her physique, such as a jawline that could cut glass or an upturned piggy nose. Her face is fairly symmetrical, I'll admit that much. But that's where her good qualities end. It's time to make him explode. Her overall appearance is passable. There's nothing terrible about her. Nothing spectacular either. Yup, he dies. Alright, Moonbeans! We're moving out! We must destroy this protagonist! For clearly, he has tree knots for eyes! It was nice knowing you, Kohei! Sayonara, bitch! I get it now. Thanks. I pat Nakamori on the back before returning to my desk. Like a fucking weirdo. So? She has no noticeable defects. That's all that matters, right? Honestly, it matches her personality perfectly. Integrates. She's passing every single subject, but never gets top marks. So you're saying it's better to flunk most of your classes as long as you're top in one? If she were super hairy and bow-legged with a stomach bigger than her chest but her hands were as beautiful as a concert pianist, then she'd be better than Mizuka? That was a pretty extreme example. You really can't bring yourself to admit Mizuka isn't all that bad, huh? I'm just being objective here! More like a dumbass. The dude suddenly becomes aware that the girl he sees every morning is actually a girl. And some people would kill to have his life. Psst, Sumi. What? Any chance you can tell me what the numbers are like in our popularity poll? You seem way more interested than usual. Are you rooting for someone in particular? A guy's allowed to be curious, right? Where is it? Pulls a crumpled sheet of paper from his pocket and somehow manages to get it flat again with one hand. Let's take a look-see. As of now, there are two girls tied for first place. Nanase and Nakamori. They both have 5 votes each. Nakamori? When I asked earlier, you said she didn't even have 1. Were you pulling my leg, or did those 5 extra votes fall out of the sky? Seriously? Nakamori's really popular. You're the one who's completely oblivious here. Personally, I think Nakamori's gonna end up taking the top spot. You're the only idiot here. There's no way she's going to win. Nanase will take the lead before you know it. Huh? Wanna bet? Winner buys lunch? You're on. I've managed to oust myself from my formerly neutral bystander position. Because I can't come to terms with the fact that my childhood friend is a cute girl. The new hit light novel, coming to stores, in September 2024. Classes continue as I keep an eye on the polls. And it's clear I'm not the only one who's barely paying attention to our teacher's endless droning. As soon as I hear the bell marking the end of 4th period, I take out a pastry for my lunch. Minami, I'm borrowing your desk again. I immediately sit down without waiting for a reply. Damn! Then I turn around. Huh? She's not there.
またここで食べるの？
You're eating here again? Nakamori seems to silently appear next to me. That was the plan. That being said, I'm not really in the mood to eat lunch by myself. Hey, have you seen Satomura around?
里村さん？
Satomura? Yeah, Satomura.
授業が終わったらすぐに出て行ったと思うけど。
I'm pretty sure she left as soon as class was done. Crap, she got away. Do you know where she went?
どこかまではわからないけど。
I have no idea exactly where, but probably somewhere she can eat her lunch in her unspoken conclusion.
出て行くとき、お弁当の包みが見えたから。
I noticed she was carrying her lunchbox with her on the way out. Yeah, so she probably went to the roof then.
今の季節にそんな人いないよ。
It's generally deserted during this time of year. Says the girl who wanted to eat lunch out there the other day.
あれは、だって
That was you, Kohei! She's so quick to make excuses. And yet you invited yourself alone.
だって、
Yeah, because... Look, I get it. No need for more excuses. I cut her off before she can finish. This is the time or place to start arguing. Is there another good place to eat lunch that's not the roof?
中庭とか。
The courtyard, maybe? Isn't it cold out there?
でも屋上ほどじゃないよ。
Not any colder than the roof. Well, she's not wrong.
あと、それから学食かもしれないよ。
There's also the cafeteria. There's a bunch of students who bring their lunch to the cafeteria. So, it's not entirely out of the question. Great, thanks. I get up and head out into the hall. Okay, where to? I wonder where she is. My cute girl radar's going off. Ding 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 ding. Boop. Dodging the crowd heading for the cafeteria, I pass through the main entrance before exiting into the courtyard. Oh, it's freezing out here! My breath hangs in a white cloud. Considering it's December, though, I really shouldn't be surprised. Luckily for me, the surrounding school building and gym act as a wind barrier, making it at least less blustery down here than up on the roof. Not that that makes it any less cold, of course. Well, there's no wind chill, at least. Is she really out here? I ask myself seriously, having calmed down somewhat. I can't think of anyone who would want to eat their lunch out in the courtyard at this time of year. Doubting myself, I'm about to turn around to head back inside when I notice a young girl all by herself. Oh, there she is. She's staying alone on the lawn, the contents of her lunchbox spread out before her. It's Satomura. I start walking over to her so I can talk to her.
何かよ。
Do you need something? She asked me bluntly, not even bothering with a polite greeting. I was hoping we could eat lunch together. I show her my pastry while doing my best to cut to the chase. She just stares at me silently. Then she looks away from me. The simple gesture says loud and clear how much I'm annoying her right now.
迷惑です。
Damn! You're annoying, she even says it directly. Really hammering it home. You did have to go that far. She ignores me entirely as she reaches for her food with her pair of chopsticks. Fine, I'm just going to sit here and eat my own lunch by myself then. Go ahead and ignore me if you want. I don't care. It's a free country, right? I can eat wherever I want.
どうぞ。
Go right ahead. I sit down next to Satomura, about 2 meters away, and unwrap my lunch pastry. Social distancing! The sound of me unwrapping my pastry seems extra loud in the awkward silence. Then I stuff the bread into my mouth. Whoa, today's jam-filled bread is really good! The jam overflows with nostalgically rich and sumptuous sweetness, filling my mouth with each bite. I can't help but sigh with bliss. Oh, that was bliss? I thought you were, like, disheartened. Anything else? I'm done. Completely discouraged, I eat my bread like usual. I glance over at Satomura to see her picking at her lunch, which she has balanced neatly on her lap with her small pair of chopsticks. She slowly brings each bite to her mouth like she's in slow motion. That's a very girly lunch, you know that? Are you saying it's weird? That's not what I meant at all. There's not really a lot of food in her lunchbox, but she's eating it incredibly slowly for some reason. If we keep eating our respective lunches at our usual speeds, I'll still end up finishing my scant lunch long before she does. And then there'll be no reason for me to stay here. With that in mind, I try to eat my bread as slowly as possible. I chew each bite well, savoring the flavor each time. Meanwhile, Satomura, who's sitting next to me, continues eating at the same slow and steady pace. As we continue to eat, time slowly passes by. Hey, Satomura? She silently turns her gaze on me. Aren't you cold sitting out here? Not really. I find it pretty cold, to be honest. Well, I don't. I feel like you're trying to hide how cold you are. You're projecting. But, Satomura, I'm pretty sure you're shivering right now. I'm not. I mean, it's fine if you're not cold. But it's absolutely freezing. I disagree. Our ridiculous conversation continues until we're interrupted by the sound of the bell signaling the end of lunch break. Well, that was productive. I follow her inside and head to my seat. And then afternoon classes begin. Time for another class. That's everything that'll be on the test, the teacher says, putting down his piece of chalk with a definitive clack. He looks genuinely happy to have finished covering everything that's supposedly be on our upcoming test, and with plenty of time to spare as well. As such, when he says next manages to suck the soul out of every student in class. We'll be using the time we have left to take a vocabulary test. He begins handing out test papers amidst a chorus of unhappy boos from the male student body. You can boo all you want, but this test will help you with your upcoming final. It'll have no effect on your grade. That promise seems to do the trick, as everyone immediately calms down. Yeah, pop quizzes are the worst. I would always fail pop quizzes, but then I would do fine if I was given the time to study. Because for some reason, as soon as there's a pop quiz, I panic and my mind goes blank. Myself included, I settle back in my seat figuring whatever happens, happens. However, the teacher's next words ignite an even louder wave of boos from all over the room. Damn. You won't be graded on this, but once you finish, I'll be announcing the highest scores as well as the lowest. Whoops. No. Hang on. Go back. No! What did I do? There we go. In other words, we have to take this seriously, for crying out loud. The guy really knows what motivates us. And as expected, there's one student in particular who's risen to the bait, determined to take home that non-existent trophy.
願わずとも戦いの場は用意されたというわけね。
It seems the battle is upon us, ready or not. Nanase turns to face me, a no quarter look burning brightly in her eyes. You know, despite all the shit we've given her, we seem to have sort of become awkward friends. Uh-huh, seems that way. The outcome of this test will directly affect Nanase's ranking in the popularity poll. Personally, I couldn't care less.
ここで負けるわけにはいかない。
I couldn't care less? Isn't that the version that's technically grammatically incorrect? It should be I could care less? No, hang on. No, it's couldn't. My brain's just not working properly. I can see that smirk of confidence barely hidden beneath her seemingly serene facade. Her vocabulary is really something. What about you?
自信はそんなにないけど。
Mine is okay, I guess. Oh, well, we're going to have to form an alliance.
行動戦線。
What now? Oh, hell. And I could get Sumi to pitch in without needing much of an explanation. Aside from that, I'll keep an eye on the girl who sits diagonal from me. It's a weird phrase where both ways are commonly used. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the grammatically correct one was I couldn't care less. Because if it's I could care less, it means it could still be the amount of cares you have could still be lower. But I know most people will say I could care less.
つまり4人がかりなのね。
In other words, 4 heads are better than 1? Exactly, 4 to 1. The odds have to turn in our favor.
わかった。お願い。
Unless you're all idiots. I give her a thumbs up, basically saying to leave it to me. Let me take this moment to explain the roles of the members of our alliance. First, there's Nanase, who, in my opinion, pretty dumb. If she were to try and answer that test on her own, there's no way she'd get a high score, let alone one that could beat Nagamori. Then there's me. Not to toot my own horn, but vocabulary is actually my strong suit, so it makes sense to place me as the backbone of this entire operation. Next, we have Sumi. This really isn't his thing. That said, he has a knack for cheating, and assuming he, pulls out his usual book of tricks, he should be able to knock this out of the park. Finally, we have the mysterious yet intriguing catty corner girl, and being a girl, I'm sure her grades are good enough. What is this sexism? I mean, I'm a girl. That doesn't automatically mean my math grades would be better than yours. With our alliance formed, Nanase's fate will be decided who I turn to for each problem. Okay, everyone, the test starts now. With that said, he starts scribbling loudly on the board with this piece of chalk. Question 1, momentarily. Who should I turn to for help? Give her my answer? It's gotta be this one. Answer 1, briefly. Yeah, that works. Question 2, ephemeral. Whoa! Pecan Mystery Girl's answer? I see. Looks like it's this one. Answer 2, temporarily. work, but hang on. Ephemeral. I mean, yeah, it is technically something that's temporary, but you usually only see ephemerally used in like kind of like a mystical context. But it does mean like, you know, briefly, temporarily. Fleeting, there we go. Transient or fleeting would make more sense. But temporary does technically work. I had to check the thesaurus because I'm like, it's technically the right answer. I had to check the dictionary to make sure I knew the meaning right, because yeah. You would not use ephemeral in a normal sentence. That's like, you know, flowery language. So it would make sense to put something like transient. Or like transient, or like something that also sounds flowery, but that's me nitpicking as a writing major. Because I did schooling for like PR and like journalism and stuff. That was like my university days. So sometimes I get really nitpicky about this stuff. Question 3, repose. Oh god. Give her my answer. It's gotta be this one. Rest? Yeah. Rest, that works. Repose. Truly, vocabulary tests are like this IRL. It's like, you would never use any of these words in a sentence. Like, you would never use ephemeral in English. Not in, like, conversational English, anyway. Question 4, disparage? Oh, God. Despair? I'll give her my answer. It's gotta be this one. Insult? Regard or represent as being of little worth? Okay, yeah, insult would technically work. Underestimate, scoff, mark. Okay, yeah, insult works. English is a shitty language. This is why you ESL, English as a second language people, I tip my hat to you, cause fuck this. Even with this being my native language and going to school for writing, I'm like, what the fuck does this mean? I haven't seen disparage used in a sentence in a long time. Not even in a book, and I read a lot. Question 5, smoldering? Oh, well, that's easy. Smoldering, slowly burning, so... But what other word would you use for smoldering? Because smoldering's already the most common one. Steaming? Smoking? Burning? Smoking? Yeah, okay, there we go. Probably any one of those. Imperative? Important? Critical? Yusumi's answer? Interesting. Important? Yep. Question 7, insolent? Oh my god. Rude? Insolent, rude. Oh, there's other words other than rude, but I can only think of rude. Because you'd use it like, you insolent child. So, like, rude, ungrateful. Rude? Yeah, there we go. Innumerable. Infinite. Uncountable. I don't think uncountable is a word, though. Yeah, infinite. Numerous. You could technically do numerous. I'd probably give like a half point as a teacher. For my answer. Numerous. There we go. Stimulate. Oh my god. What's another word for stimulate? Motivate? Provoke? Provoke's kind of... I have no idea, because yeah, stimulate is like probably the most basic word that everyone would go to. Excite? I guess? Gallant? Brave? Make Nanase do it? Oh no! It's this one, I think. Brave? There you go! Good girl. That's the last question. Go ahead and exchange your test with the person sitting next to you. A loud wrestling sound fills the room as everyone follows her instructions? His instructions. Uh-oh. Person who was translating this section didn't know that the teacher was a dude. Mark the test sheet you've been given as I call out the correct answers. God damn it! What happens if there's like a right answer but it's slightly off? Do we get half marks? After we finish, he collects the test sheets from us. Nanase has a look of fear on her face. The only way she has a chance of beating Nagamori is with a perfect score. And the winner is... Only one person managed to get a perfect score. And that person is... Yay, Rumi! Huzzah! She beat Nagamori. The announcement is met with a few groans of disappointment from all over the room. I'm so happy, it's almost like I was the one who got the top score. You gave her all the answers though, so what? Did you purposely mess up one of your answers? Oh! Did we not even write our test? Uh-oh. Oh crap. I was so focused on helping Nanase out that I guess I forgot to fill in my own test sheet. How do you pull that off? Good thing this ain't from marks. Class ends and we use the break to reflect on the battle behind us. I'm honestly impressed. I guess they were right when they said you can do anything if you work together. It's technically cheating here. Who cares? In this case, it's all about results. At any rate, you're clearly taking the lead thanks to that. Now make sure you don't fail the actual exam. Yep. There's no way you can afford to lose now. I get it. Nanase seems to have gained a significant boost to her self-esteem. She nods happily. What, no thank you? The bell rings out, signaling the end of classes for the day. I sling my bag over my shoulder and head out into the hallway.
どこ行くの浩平
Where are you going, Kohei? I hear Nakamori's voice from behind me. Nowhere special.
よくないよ今日と明日は私たち掃除当番なん
Don't
だよ
even
ね
think about it. You're on me with cleaning duty today and tomorrow. Oh no, no, my tooth hurts.
歯が痛くても掃除はできるよ
You can still clean with a toothache. Oh no, my knee's swollen from too much fluid.
そんな急にはたまらないよ
It doesn't build up that quickly. Anyway, long story short, I'm just not feeling this whole cleaning thing today. Don't you dare leave this on her. In fact, I'll only end up holding the team back with my lackluster spirit.
チームって
There's only 2 of us. So anyway, I'll be cheering you on from the sidelines. Go Team Nakamori! What a piece of shit. I run straight down the hallway. Nakamori's surprised shouts of protest trailing behind me. Wow. Followed by a flurry of footsteps that quickly gain in volume. I think she's chasing me. The last thing I want is for her to catch me here. I race up the stairs, not stopping until I make it to the top floor. I should be safe if I can make it to the roof. Do not enter. That's what's written on the sign affixed to the door that leads to the roof. It's never stopped the stewards from coming and going as they please. And the teachers don't care as long as we're discreet. The rooftop is fenced off anyways, so the only way anyone would be in danger of falling is if they purposely tried to... All I'm saying is if they really wanted to keep people off the roof, they'd lock the door. Now then, I suddenly find myself at a loss as my eyes pass indifferently over the sign. I ran here on the spur of a moment decision, but now I'm not sure what to do next. I could always just hang out up here until our appointed cleaning time is over. I grab the frozen doorknob before pushing the door open. I step out and find myself in a red-soaked world. The brilliant sunset has changed the once familiar landscape into something fantastical. Wow. I lean against the fence that wraps around the roof, gazing up at the sky. The red-lit dome spreads out in all directions, brushing aside the white clouds. The weather's gonna be great tomorrow. Yup, red at night, sailor's delight. Red in the morning, sailor's warning. A sunset like this brings the promise of sunny skies. I mutter those words absently to myself, remembering having heard something like that once before.
そっか今日は夕焼けなんだ
So it's a red sunset today, huh? I slowly turn in the direction of the unexpected voice coming from behind me.
別に怪しいものじゃないよ
Oh, she's blind. Oh, I promise I'm not up to anything weird, and she's also super cute. I see a girl standing there bathed in the red light and holding her hair down against the breeze. She's beautiful. She's got a somewhat somber aura, perhaps due to the glimmer of frost in her eyes. And yet there's no denying the warmth that emanates from her smile. There's a fragility that stands out in stark contrast to her obvious strength. That's my honest opinion of her in that moment.
夕焼け綺麗
Pretty sunset? Yeah, I'd give it a strong 65 out of 100.
結構辛口な点数だね
You seem hard to please. I'm somewhat of a sunset connoisseur. I think this is the nicest he's been to a girl this entire game.
そうなんだ
Yeah, is that so? Smiling in amusement, she approaches the fence while staring up at the bright, red-drenched sky.
いい風が吹いてるね
There's a nice breeze today, too. Yeah?
95点くらい
I'd
あげてもいいか
personally
な
give it a 95. That's pretty high. It is,
私この
because
場
I
所が好きだ
really like this place. She replies happily as the gentle evening wind washes over her.
でもね夕焼けの次の日が晴れって迷信らしいよ
The idea that a red sunset means nice weather is superstition, though. Wait, really? It's true! Damn. Even I didn't know that. She turns back to me before nodding with a smile. It's kinda strange. Although we've never met, there's not a hint of wariness in her demeanor. And I feel myself being drawn to her because of her easygoing attitude. My god, Kohei, so you can actually be nice if you try. I guess he just feels bad for bullying her because she's blind.
私は川名美咲。あなたは？
My name's Misaki Kawana. What's yours? I'm Kohei Orihara.
よろしくね、浩平くん。
Nice to meet you, Koho. Did you just call me Koho?
だったら浩平ちゃん。
Is Coco better? Oh my god, they just changed it to nicknames instead of keeping the honorifics. I think that might be worse. Kohei, respecter of women? I guess if they're his type, he can pull it off, which still means he's a piece of shit. Because at least if he was nasty to all girls, you could just say he's really socially awkward. Because then at least it's universal, but the fact he's being so nice to her means he probably does all of this shit on purpose.
私のことも美咲ちゃんって呼んでいいよ。
You can feel free to just call me Misaki, Coco. Do I even have a choice?
可愛いのに。
But Coco sounds cuter. She lowers her gaze sadly. Come on. What exactly is there about me that immediately makes you think cute?
雰囲気かな。
You've got that vibe. What's that supposed to mean?
私ね、人を見る目はあると思うんだ。
I'm good at reading people, you see?
目は見えないんだけどね。
Which is funny because I'm blind. What are you talking about? She says the weirdest things. But I quickly realize that she's telling the truth. The coolness in her gaze is from the absence of my reflection. And in fact, the world around us, painted in that vibrant shades of red, is nothing but darkness to her. I mean, the fact she asked you what color the sunset was should have clued you in, my dude. She's really blind? Actually, I'm pretty sure I've heard rumors floating through my class about her. Well, okay, so he wasn't nice to her because he knows she's blind, so yeah, he's just... For whatever reason, he decided to be nice to her. God, he's that type that bullies girls he's close to and is nice to strangers. Terrible. The blind third-year student. Hey, out of curiosity, are you, Yeah, I probably am. I trail off, unsure how to finish, and she steps in to answer, nodding while doing so. I see.
どうしたの？
What's wrong? Huh? Oh, nothing. She seems confused. It's just... I've never talked to a blind person before, so I'm not sure what I should be doing. Oh, come on! We can add being ableist on top of being sexist now. Then again, a lot of people are ableist. Yeah, we knew the streak couldn't last too long, yeah. But at the very least, like, being... It's not an excuse to be ableist, but at least a lot of people end up being ableist with the best of intentions purely because of ignorance. So we'll give them half marks for this. Upon hearing my words, she lowers her gaze sadly. Just treat me like you would anyone else. The wind dies down. Her glossy hair that had been tousled by the wind slowly falls flat around her shoulders, having lost its source of buoyancy. There's a brief pause. Right, of course. Yep. What the hell's wrong with me? It's pretty rude to assume someone needs special... I'm flabbergasted! He's got it in him! He admitted he's wrong! Am I dreaming, guys? Did I, like, black out midstream? Am I just associating again? Baby steps? Okay, it's not me then. Okay. Incredible. It almost feels like we have to romance her now because she's the only one who's been nice to. But we haven't met all the girls yet. I think there's still like 4 more. I tell myself that. Let me reintroduce myself then. Okay. She nods, her smile back. I'm Kohei Orihara, a second-year student. It's nice to meet you, Misaki.
よろしくね、浩平ちゃん。
It's nice to meet you too, Coco. I'm still not entirely on board with this Coco thing.
だったら浩平さん。
That's a lot. Yeah, there's oh my god, let me think. Because I looked up the list at some point and I'm trying to remember. So there's Mizuka, there's Rumi, there's Misaki, there's Akane, there's Mio, I think, who's a mute girl. There's Mayu, or I think her name's Mayu. She's like a middle school student you meet at some point. And I think there's like someone in the drama club as well. I don't know if she's dateable or she just happens to be a named character like Sumi. But even without that person, that's 6. That's 6 girls. We hardly know each other and... Actually, you know what? Call me whatever you want.
だったら私のこともミサキって呼び捨てで呼んでね。
So then why won't you call me by my first name instead of my last? I don't think I feel comfortable doing that. Fine, but please don't call me Coco at least. I end up waving the white flag of surrender.
よろしくね、浩平くん。
Okay then, nice to meet you, Kohei. She says with a grin. She really has such an incredibly carefree smile. Anyway, I should really get going. Sure. Catch you later, Misaki.
またね、浩平ちゃん。
See you later, Coco. I thought we agreed that. Just
So
kidding. She grins at me. I can't stay mad when she gives me that smile. Oh, he is already crushing. Okay.
ねえ、また会えるよね。
We will see each other again, right? Probably, considering we go to the same school. Okay. She really is just an ordinary girl. I think that to myself once more upon seeing her smile. I'll be sure to say hello the next time I see you in the hall.
楽しみにしてるよ。
I can't wait! Bye for now. I give a brief wave before leaving the crimson sunset roof behind.
バイバイ、浩平くん。
Bye-bye! Her voice trailing behind me. I check the time and realize that the cleaning should be done by now. I return to the classroom before grabbing my bag and heading home. I lie down in bed, not doing anything in particular. As the clock ticks away, my thoughts turn to the girl I randomly met on the roof. Damn, yeah, he's crushing. I suddenly realize I'm on the verge of falling asleep. I close my eyes and drift off into unconsciousness. Here we go again. No, here we go again with the light mode. Oh god. It's the sound of my curtains being yanked back like usual, followed by a piercing bright light. Ugh.
起きなさいよ。
Time to wake up. You're the one who's actually asleep. Wake up, Nagamori.
またバカなこと言ってる。そんなこと考えつけるの。
Stop being ridiculous. If you're enough to crack jokes, then you can get out of bed. I'm the kind of guy who'll do whatever it takes to get more sleep.
矛盾してるよそれ。
You're contradicting yourself. Am I? Since I'm already awake, I decide to get up without much fuss. What time is it? I reach to the gap in the blanket for Nakamori's arm so I can see her wristwatch. It's 30 minutes earlier than usual. Is your watch running slow or something?
違うよ。私日直だもん今日。
No, but I have to get to school early today. So you came to wake me up so you have some company?
そうだよ。
Right. So you need to hurry up. Why exactly do I need to go with you again? I want another half an hour of sleep.
ダメだよ。
Not a chance. You're getting up right now, Kohei. Well, I mean, if you're on cleaning duty, you gotta go before school.
私、もう一度学校から戻って起こしに来ないんだよ。
I'm absolutely not coming back from school in half an hour just to wake you up a second time. I can do it on my own.
無理だよ。
Yeah, right. You're coming with me right now.
公平の日直の時も一緒に行ってあげたでしょ。
I went in early with you when you had classroom duties to take care of. Go together. Don't be a shit. Fine, I'll go with you.
じ
Great.
ゃあ早く用意
Now
しよう。
hurry up and get ready. Here she says while handing me my bag and clothes. I take them from her and go downstairs. Ow, my back's cracking. Okay. There isn't really a great time to wrap up in these kinds of games, so we'll just grab it here.
記録できるもん。
The girls talking to us on the save screen throws me off.
記録できる
There we go. If we ever come back to Kohei, we can start right here where he's brushing his teeth. Basic hygiene, everyone, is important. It's important. Big stretch. It wasn't too bad. It feels like he's slowly getting better. Or we've just gotten used to his shenanigans. It could be either or, let's be real. Alrighty, tomorrow? Is it Persona? I think it might be Persona. Hang on here. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, tomorrow we're playing some more Persona 3 Reloaded. God, where did we leave off? It feels like Sunday was a week ago. I think we were running around Tartarus. I think so. Oh, we'll find out tomorrow. So, we'll be doing that at 7 p.m. tomorrow if you are so inclined to come on by again. Otherwise, thanks for keeping me company today, guys. Ugh. I'm gonna go eat some more food, take my meds, and slowly get ready for bed and try and drink some more water. My poor sinuses. Hopefully I feel fine in the morning. Maybe I'll take allergy meds before bed and see if that helps. Enjoy the stream. Take care. Thank you. I'm glad you guys enjoyed. Alright. So, if it's daytime where you are, I hope you have a great rest of your day. If it's nighttime, I hope you have a great rest when you roll on off to bed. And until next I see ya, take care of yourselves. Wash your face, brush your teeth, eat good food. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.